we are going to tackle about feelings and moral decision making.
Feeling is one of the major role in making decision. Nakaramdam tayo ng iba't ibang emotion kapag may nangyayari sa atin, either physical or mental. If nasaktan tayo, usually ang nararamdaman natin is sadness or anger. And pag may mabuting nangyari sa atin, nararamdaman natin is happiness. Ngunit dahil nga ang tao ay born with emotion, nagiging malaking factor sa paggawa ng desisyon ang emotion or feelings. Dahil minsan di nagiging irrational ang desisyon if magbe-base sa emotion. We should still consider using emotion as one of the focal points in making decision. Pero dapat irrational reasoning pa din ang magiging base ng mga desisyon natin.
Moral decision making. Having the ability to decide which is the right course of action once we have spotted the ethical issues. A moral decision is a choice made based on a person's ethics, manners, character, and what they believe is proper behavior. These decisions tend to not only affect your well-being, but also the well-being of others. Moral decision-making is having the ability to decide which is the right course of action once we have spotted the ethical issue.
For example, this scenario. Nagpaalam yung daughter mo and her friend na mag-swim sila. Suddenly, natangay sila ng riptide. And then may narinig ka na sumisigaw and humihingi ng tulong. Alam mo sa sarili mo na kaya mo silang tulungan parehas, pero one at a time lang. And alam mo din na yung anak mo is strong swimmer and yung friend niya is hindi marunong lumangoy. May 50% chance na makapaghintay yung anak mo sa pagbalik mo para tulungan mo siya. What do you do? Dito na pumapasok yung tinatawag nating moral decision making. Ito kasing feelings natin and intuition natin, or what we call as moral emotions, they play a major role in most of the ethical decisions we make. We always remember that decisions people make vary when they are happy from when they are sad or emotional. It means yung decision daw na ginagawa natin is naapektuhan ng ating emotions. For example, kapag tayo ay galit or kapag tayo ay masaya, may mga nasasabi and may mga nagagawa tayo na hindi naman natin inintend na gawin or sabihin, pero na-overcome tayo ng ating emotions. In short, our decision is based on our emotions. Words that come out of our mouth sometimes are also affected by the emotions that we feel, and so with our actions. Kagaya nga sa sinabi ko kanina, is yung mga lumalabas sa ating bibig or yung mga nasasabi natin, and as well as yung action na nagagawa natin is naapektuhan ng ating emotions. Like for example, never reply when you are angry. Never make a promise when you are happy. Never make a decision when you are sad. Why? Kasi 'di ba? Kapag tayo ay galit or kapag tayo ay masaya or kapag tayo ay malungkot, may mga decision tayo na nagagawa na pinagsisisihan natin sa bandang huli. In short, yung nararamdaman natin is sometimes nagiging obstacle ito sa paggawa natin ng ating right decision.
Feelings as instinctive and trained response to moral dilemmas. Some ethicists believe that ethics is also a matter of emotion. Feelings are seen as also necessary in ethical judgment, as they are even deemed by some as instinctive a trained response to moral dilemmas. Some ethicists believe that ethics is also a matter of emotion. Both abstract inference and emotional institutions or instincts are seen as having relative roles in ethical thinking. For one thing, feelings or emotions are said to be judgments about the accomplishment of one's goals. Emotions, it is thus concluded, can be rational being based at least sometimes on good judgments about how well a circumstance or agent accomplishes appropriate objectives. Feelings are also visceral or instinctual by providing motivations to act morally. Many times, ethical judgments are highly emotional as people emotionally express their strong approval or disapproval of different acts.
Moral dilemmas. Ito yung pagpili sa dalawang bagay Or kailangan nating mamili between the two good things. Ito yung situation na napakahirap pagdesisyonan. Kailangan na between the two good things, ano yung pinaka mabuting dapat gawin. Like for example in the picture, may mga batang namamalimos sa daan. Dalawa lang yung kailangan natin gawin. It's either tulungan natin sila or hindi natin sila tutulungan. Kapag tinulungan natin sila is parang nadi-discourage natin sila na wag na lang mag-aral, na hanggang doon na lang sila kasi natutulungan sila ng tao. Na hanggang paglaki nila is hanggang gano'n na lang sila. Pero natutulungan natin sila na makakain sa araw-araw. Kapag di naman natin sila tinulungan, hindi natin sila nabigyan ng pera or ng pagkain para magkalaman yung tiyan nila. Pero, nabibigyan natin sila or nadidisiplin natin sila na mag-aral sila, na magpursige sila sa buhay para paglaki nila is magkaroon sila ng magandang kinabukasan. As well as sa isang picture, kapag ganito naman yung namamalimos like napakalakas pa ng katawan, is kapag tinulungan natin sila, parang kinukonsinti natin sila na wag na magtrabaho. Pero natutulungan natin sila na mag-provide ng food nila para sa kanilang pamilya. And kapag di naman natin sila tinulungan, is hindi nga tayo nakakatulong financially or para makapag-provide sila ng pagkain nila sa araw-araw. At least nadidisiplin naman natin sila na magpursige sa buhay. Nang sa gayon magkaroon sila ng income na makakapag-provide ng kanilang pagkain sa araw-araw.
Ethical subjectivism is when you're evaluating something without any moral objective property. For example, may nag-aaway, then both parties have different opinion pero gina-justify nila na mali yung other side, then tama sila. Both side feel nila superior yung opinion nila. Gumagamit sila ng ethical subjectivism kasi nagbe-base lang sila sa kung anong gusto nilang paniwalaan without solid evidence or reason. O kaya, another example, pag ang magnanakaw ay nahuli at sinabi niya ang rason niya, ay gusto niya lang may mapakain sa anak niya at pinakawalan mo siya, gumagamit ka ng ethical subjectivism sa paggawa ng desisyon. Sa situation na yon, kasi alam natin na any reason na sabihin ng tao ang pagnanakaw ay mali and hindi dapat gina-justify.
Ethical subjectivism, LGBT or court. On this view, there is no such thing as objective right or wrong. It is a fact that some people are homosexual and some are heterosexual, but it is not a fact that one is good and the other bad. For example, someone that claims that whatever their king wants to happen is the morally right thing for everyone to do would be an ethical subjectivist. Right and wrong are based on mental states, but they would not be a moral relativist. Right and wrong are the same for everyone.
Like for example, in the picture, nagiging obstacle yung feelings natin when it comes sa pag-make ng right decision kapag tayo ay nambubuli. Kasi para sa atin, okay lang na mambuli tayo kasi masaya tayo doon. Masaya tayo kapag nambubuli tayo. Pero yung binubuli natin is hindi natin alam na nasasaktan na sila. And other example is yung paggamit ng marijuana. Para sa mga gumagamit nito is okay lang sa kanila. Kasi nga, yung nararamdaman nila is masaya sila kapag gumagamit sila nito. It make them feel good. Pero hindi nila alam kapag na-abuse yung paggamit ng marijuana is nakakasama sa kanilang kalusugan, sa kanilang katawan. Ganon nagiging obstacle yung feelings nila sa pag-make ng right decisions. Emotivism. Emotivism claims that statements about good or evil are just expressing a subject's approval or disapproval of a particular thing. Emotivism has earned the nickname as the Bouyei theory of ethics. Meaning to say is maaari kang mag-agree and mag-disagree in a particular thing based sa nararamdaman mo or base sa'yo. And tinatawag nga rin siyang Bouyei theory. Diba kapag sinabi kasi natin, boo, it is disagree or disapproval. And kapag yay, means agree or approve. For example, war on drugs. People may agree on war on drugs, but some are not. For example, yung mga DDS dyan or yung mga other politician supporters, nagsasalpukan yan, nag-aaway yan. They are contrasting kasi nga meron tayong iba't ibang opinion. Like, yung mga agree sa war on drugs, sasabihin nila na tama lang yan. Puksain yung mga yan, salot yan sa lipunan. And yung mga disagree naman sa war on drugs, sasabihin nila na mali yan, hindi dapat kumitil ng buhay. Kasalanan yan. How feelings help us in making the right decision. Inner, directed negative emotions like guilt, embarrassment, and shame often motivate people to act ethically. Outer, directed negative emotions, on the other hand, aim to discipline or punish. For example, people often direct anger, disgust, or contempt at those who have acted unethically. This discourages others from behaving the same way. Diba, yung mga nabanggit kong emotions is negative. Negative emotions. Pero itong mga negative emotions na to is nakakatulong sa atin sa paggawa ng right decisions. For example, napahiya ka. Sa kadahilanang napahiya ka, mag-a-act ka na ethically. Like, nahihiya ka di ba? Dahil sa kahihiyan, hindi mo gugustuhin na mapapahiya ka lalo. Parang sa mga negative emotions na to, is nadidiscipline yung individual or napapanish na mag-act ethically. Next naman is positive emotions like gratitude and admiration, which people may feel when they see another acting with compassion or kindness, can prompt people to help others. Kanina is natakal natin is about negative emotions, kung paano ito nakakatulong sa atin sa paggawa ng right decision. And now naman is positive emotions. 'Di ba? Etong mga positive emotions na to is nakakatulong din sa atin sa paggawa ng right decisions. At yung mga example is yung mga sumusunod.
The picture represents a person that is in love or maybe inspired. And bakit ba tayo nakakaramdam ng mga gantong feelings? First, maybe someone special to us and they gave the same energy with us. Then the second reason, someone give us something special sa atin. Or maybe yung passion natin tulad ng drawing is naging successful.
Example pick number 2. Motivation. Emotions can motivate you to act. Because of these emotional responses, you might be more likely to study. Since you experience a particular emotion, you had the motivation to take action and do something positive to improve your chances of getting a good grade.
Next example is yung nagpapakita ng kindness. Kapag nakita natin to or ng ibang tao, may inspired tayo na gumawa rin ng mabuti sa kapwa. Like kapag may mga kapwa natin na kailangan ng tulong, mag-a-act na tayo ethically base sa nakita natin sa scenario na yon, na inspired tayo, kumbaga. Last but not the least, feelings cannot be solely relied upon, but reason and feelings may complement each other. It means hindi lang palagi yung feelings natin or yung nararamdaman natin yung paiiralin natin sa pag-make ng decision. Hindi lang din palaging isip or reason yung paiiralin natin sa pag-make ng decision. Kailangan natin tong i-complement. Kailangan na pagganahin natin yung feelings natin as well as yung reason natin or yung isip natin sa pag-make ng right decision. Para nang sa gayon ay hindi tayo magsisi sa bandang huli kung ano yung kinalabasan ng ating decision. And dito na po nagtatapos ang aming report.
I'm Irish Joy Villagonza.
I'm Jubilee Dizon Real.
And I'm Erica Amor, and we are the Group 3.